Welcome, everybody, to the GamePass podcast. Four blurs, four nerds. If you have a fandom, you are most certainly welcome here. We are your hosts the most, myself, Spartan, Show Guy Joe, Tafara TV. Fellas, it's officially the weekend. How are we feeling?
It's been a weird world, or weird week in the world of tech.
You're not lying. A lot of purchases, a lot of price increases, and yet somehow a lot of sadness and turmoil, a lot of disbalances in the force. But Joe, what about you?
Yeah, it's just been a week.
Fair enough.
You have some ups, you have some downs, you just take it and go.
No, fair enough. Well, as you can see, guys, we are a little bit on the leveled up side, so we do try to watch our language, but words do fly. At the same time, there may be things that might be shown because we do show trailers of movies and video games that might be too intense for younger viewers, so viewer discretion is advised. Aside from that, welcome. So, how else do we start off with this week? New trailers. This one called Parasite Mutant, and we're going to let this play because it's going to remind you of something that should have came out a long-ass time ago that need a remake and a remaster, but the moment you notice why we said that momentarily. But here's Parasite Mutant. And that was the trailer for Paradise Mutant. As you can obviously tell, it is basically someone saying, Sony, we're not going to wait for you to give us Parasite Eve, so we're going to go ahead and make our own. And it looks freaking beautiful. What's up?
This is Thanos. This is just Thanos going, fine, I'll do it myself.
Pretty much. But we got tired of waiting, even though we have, I know I've heard from a lot of fans, including myself and Joe, all we wanted was a remaster, or at least a new game. And again, this actually is an independent studio that is doing everything short of not including the lawyers to actually make this game. But Joe, what did you want to add to this?
I can erase this. I can erase Third Birthday from my mind, and this will go in its place.
Fair. Safari, have you ever played Parasite Eve?
No, the title sounds vaguely familiar. I didn't even know this was a sequel or a successor to anything.
This is a pseudo successor. Parasite Eve 1 and 2 was a retro survival horror RPG.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's still near and dear to our hearts, and the only RPG. I think post PS2 has never been a game. It's never been a Parasite Eve game for PS3, isn't it?
No, there is only the PSP game, Third Birthday. This is where a lot of us learn what the term spontaneous combustion came from.
Pretty much, literally and figuratively. No date on when this is coming out as of yet, but we'll definitely keep our eye on it. But like we said, it's one of those games that Sony again, you had a chance, but thank goodness for indie developers out there saying screw that, or as Joe put it so eloquently, pull the Thanos, said I'll do it myself. But speaking of things that we're actually expecting, we did kind of cover this in Marvel Rivals as they were doing their new season. We are now actually been able to get a trailer for how Daredevil will play in Marvel Rivals. So here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the trailer for The Man Without Fear.
Forgive me for what I am about to do. I see you. You've been judged. Face the devil. Wrath of the beast. Hellfire. On the hunt. Let the devil out! Ruthlessness is mercy.
All right, so that was the trailer for Marvel Rivals as they showed Daredevil as he will be available October 10th, so 7 days from now. Because I know a lot of people right now are probably playing Ghost of Yotai, which is actually available as of earlier today. Still, I can't wait to play it myself. But anyway, back to Marvel Rivals. Daredevil seems to be sporting the look from his, I forget who did that run. I want to say Zeb Wells did the run when he was with the Fist, but I could be wrong. But
Zdarsky.
Oh, thank you, Zdarsky. Thank you. So, I mean, I'm not knocking it. I like the look. But what do you guys think?
I learned that he can only see 30 meters in front of him, and then the screen is black everywhere else.
Nice. So they're sticking to it. Okay. I'm liking the look. The look, the chain. Okay. I really am digging it. But Tafara, what about you?
He seems interesting. I might give it a few spins in some casual matches and see if he's a good fit for me. I like the costume. I like the fit. I like the whole the actual devil aspect of this. And then his ultimate is what? Like this dragon or what is going on with that?
I saw a dragon. I saw a third person as he was beating somebody from their view.
They're in Kunlun, which is where the dragon dwells that makes Iron Fist Iron Fist.
Okay.
So it's a battle for control of the dragon.
Because the way it looked, I'm just going to play it again. I'm just going to mute it. Because that's how it looks. Like he hit his ultimate, and next thing you know, you're seeing it from the other side. I mean, that's the way it honestly looks. It looks
okay.
like,
I think that's what threw me off. Like it was the weird camera transition there.
Yeah, because the way it looks, I'm just going to go back to it again. Because when he does it, there's the ultimate. And yeah, it just looked like it's, as he focused on one person? That's what it looks like. It just looks like you're seeing it from the other end. But either way, come October the 10th, it should be fun. And also, guys, if you are playing Ghost of Yotai, really quickly, don't spoil it. I know a lot of people are already out there. You've beaten it. It's cool. You have dedicated the next 48 hours doing that. Just, be nice, be kind. Don't spoil it. Don't be that guy on TikTok that has to, show everything. Leave a little bit to the imagination. That's all I'm saying. But speaking of Marvel, we are sticking with that just because Marvel Cosmic Invasion. I just I want to say two podcasts ago, I sat there and said, Marvel, we need a trailer. We need a demo, or we need a release. Well, the good news is there is a demo. It is released. The bad news is it's only on Steam. But here's the trailer. Again, and again, I'm not to hurt anybody's feelings, but yes, There is a demo available, but it's only on Steam, and it's still there right now. I downloaded it to my computer, played a few levels of it. I can tell you it's definitely fun. Every character that you see here is available. So Nova, Spider-Man, Captain America, Storm, Venom, She-Hulk, they are all available, including Ghost Rider, and Wolverine. They are all available in the demo to play. I will say really quickly, it's exactly like you expect an arcade beat 'em up to be. They do heavily stay on the co-op. So again, if you can play with somebody, it is more fun. There is more combos, things you can do of that nature. But honestly, the demo is fun. I can't wait for an actual release date. But Tafari, Joe, anything y'all guys want to add to that?
I'm actually really interested in that John Candy documentary trailer that popped up at the end of the thing. I want to know more about I Like Me, the documentary of John Candy.
Jesus.
We know I'm going to play Nova in Spider-Man, so I mean that's all I got to say.
Fair. I mean, yeah, you have definitely made that very clear. But Tafari, what about you?
I'm glad they got a demo. I don't know why we're doing the Steam exclusivity. I'm not sure what that's about.
That's the thing.
Already the super moves up on YouTube from the demo, so
Yeah. Oh,
some of them are really good. Some of them are really not.
I'm just gonna chalk it up to that. The fact it's a demo and that maybe it gets better.
Because it's a side-scrolling beat 'em up. Like your supers are only going to be either lines or spheres for the most part.
Fair.
Or an AOE.
Fair, but I'm gonna leave that one alone just because still it's fun to play for 30 minutes. But no, you got a fair point. But moving right along, again, My Hero Academia is all justice. Let's just be honest. If you are waiting for the last season of My Hero Academia, as the last 11 episodes, I think, are going to be played out on Crunchyroll and Hulu, either that you might want to wait to play this game, or if you play this game, you're probably going to get the ending. But Tafari, is there anything we want to add to this before we play all justice, is outside of them spoiling themselves at the end of the story?
Not really. I haven't even looked at it, but I figured this was because I don't know how the first two Justice games really played out. So this one seems a bit more flashy with the story mode type stuff. So this might be the only one I actually pick up. I have One's Justice 2 from PlayStation Plus on here. I just have not touched it.
Fair enough. Joe, anything you want to add to before we play the trailer?
I know there's open world Spider-Man stuff you can do in between missions, and that's really the only thing that interests me. I did not enjoy the last two fighting games of this, not because they're arena fighters. I just didn't like them.
Okay.
I tried my best. I really did. I found people I enjoyed, but ultimately I didn't like the combat in the grand scheme of things.
Okay. Fair enough. For everyone else, here's the trailer for the may possibly be the final My Hero Academia game.
They'll do it for Vigilante. I guarantee you they'll make a Vigilante game.
If this is the final one, it'll probably be a Vigilante DLC like Boruto was, because that was a lengthy. Hey, Kira, that was the Boruto DLC. That was a hefty add-on. Like they didn't just do slideshows. They did a full in-engine playthrough of like a futuristic version of the Leaf Village. They gave you like a 50-round combat simulator you could do.
Yeah.
Didn't they also do the entirety of the movie?
Yeah, the movie was played out in the story mode, but they also gave you like side missions to do within the Boruto world with the other kids. Mm-hmm. You got a couple versions of the main three, the adult versions of some of our character. That, I think it was like $20. You got a lot for that, and then if you waited a year, you got the complete version for $20 like I did.
Yeah. But did we find out the most important thing in that DLC? Who is Metal Lee's mom?
No. I don't think they did a character model for Metal Lee.
I think that's going to be the question that will never get answered in the world of Naruto.
His name is Metal Lee?
Yes.
Oh wow, I pulled that right out of my ass.
No,
his name is
Metal.
But anyway, here's a trailer for My Hero Academia's All Justice.
Does that mean his kid would be Cyber Lee?
Steel Lee.
Still nothing compared to All Might.
Steel's just metal.
bit by bit, step by
Plastic
step,
League.
until I become the greatest hero.
Ooh, even better. Aluminum Foil League.
The whole town is a training ground. You can really feel the scale of UA.
So, the students of UA graciously became my beta testers.
Is that alright? Got it. I won't hold back.
You can use the information you gather from people you talk to in order to find the Nomu's location and get a better understanding of what it's doing.
You need self-defense skills. I see. I have to work a lot harder than the others. In service of others, their existence is forgiven. Let's see if you're worthy. We will fight, and we will win! I'll shoulder the burden. Limits. Surpass them. That's all I can do for now. Counting on you. Claws.
What's up? It's a dog-eat-dog world. Which dog are you?
I refuse to let you have your way. I'll seize it.
What's the point of restoring this fake society?
So, hero, what do you want to do to me?
You'll never amount to anything in this world.
You are crying back there!
Keep cursing the weakness inside of you. Heroes really are the most frightening animals. Not once in my entire life.
Your fight is over.
Have I gone into battle expecting to lose?
I won't allow you to hurt anybody else.
Actually, not bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say this actually looks significantly better than this game 2.
Because I want to kind of play the first two now just to experience it, but I'm looking at it and it is literally this new anime thing of slideshow as a cutscene, gameplay, slideshow.
Yeah.
And it is not appealing. However, they gave them the full Cyber Connect 2 treatment on this one.
Yep. It does.
Yeah, that's probably why I'll give this one a shot.
I'm the same. Well, this one,
Those DLC characters are already more than likely just the vigilante guys.
yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. But this does come out February 6th of next year. Will be available on PS5, Xbox Series X and X, and Steam. Playing on the Unreal Engine, which was surprising. But like Joe said, let's be honest, you can pretty much tell it's going to be different types of the same characters. But I'm not knocking it. It looks like I said, but yeah, I'm gonna have to. I've missed so much from that side. But anyway, Digimon Storytime Stranger. Refresh my memory, Joe. What was this one about?
You go back in time to try to prevent the end of the world via Digimon.
Okay, so it's time travel Digimon. Okay, I don't know why I was thinking something else.
It's so good.
I was thinking something.
I've streamed about 3 hours
Oh yeah,
of
you're
it.
playing it. Oh yeah, you're playing it. Go ahead.
Now play the trailer first. This is the launch trailer. This is such a good trailer.
All right. Here's the trailer for Digimon Storytime Stranger.
エージェント、新宿を起点にした世界崩壊、それが今もなお進行中だ。解析部が導き出した答え、それは過去への時間跳躍。
守りたい。そのための力が欲しい。
助けてくれてありがとう。みのり、今度は僕の力で君を守る。
卵だろが。私の使命を手伝ってくれない？
まだ可能性の段階ではあるが、こちらの感知するアノマリーのほとんどがデジモンに由来するのかもしれない。
今度はこっちにタイタン族、それからあっちにタイタン族。
タイタンも。
我々の脅威となる目は早めに摘み取らせている。
デジモンたちの内側で争いが起きているようだが、世界崩壊の真相に近づいているかもしれない。
僕は強くなる。みのりを一番近くで守るために。デジモン同士の争いがきっかけで
世界が滅ぶ。
戦争は食い止めなくてはならない。断言してもいい。それが世界の終わりを防ぐ唯一の方法だ。
あなたはその人間を守るというのですか？
吸い寄せれるチャンス。
私はどうなってもいい。この子だけは助けてやってくれ。
突入準備だ。各自配置を確認しろ。
すでに世界の断りは狂い始めている。あなたはそれと無関係ではいられない。あなたも英雄かもしれないよ。別の世界からやってきて私たちの世界を救ってくれる。
未来を選び取ることはできる。すべての希望はそこにあるのだから。
君は僕を助けに来てくれたんだね。
All right, so that was the trailer for Digimon Storytime Stranger. As already is actually out now on PS5, Xbox Series X, Steam. Joe, you played it, so how much can you tell us without going to spoiler territory of what you think of it so far?
Well, I mean, that trailer alone spoiled like so much for me. So.
Oh, damn. Okay.
That's okay. And spoiling stuff does not diminish my joy because I don't know what parts of that story that is. I mean, I'm in the opening 3 hours.
I would say there's a lot going on in there. Like, are the little kitty drawings like to explain like?
Oh, the little kitty drawings are actually the opening of the game because it turns out this is you are through sheer coincidence a parody of an old Japanese anime that's may in fact be Digimon the anime.
Okay.
Because they make reference to what your uniform is a little bit in the opening of the game, and then that just goes away entirely. But yeah, they talk about how it's like, oh man, you're really good at cosplaying that old anime. It's like, did Digimon happen here? What? Okay.
Right.
Anyways, no. I am just now to getting the little satyr boy, Agiomon. So I don't know too much. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I went with the female agent whose canonical name is Kanon. I got her little Demi Devamon as her partner. I've got a myriad of Digimon. I've been digivolving and de-digivolving to buff their stats because that's what you do in this game. Good talent trees. Digimon now kind of copied from Pokemon in the fact that they have personality stats, that difference between 4 different type of personality stats.
Mm-hmm.
And then in those are 4 subcategories of those personalities that you can like manipulate stats even more. And as you play the game, you will talk to your Digimon, and that'll alter their personalities and shift their personality paradigms as you go along.
Okay.
So that's been really fun. It looks gorgeous. Over on Steam, it has beat out both Persona and Final Fantasy for highest launch concurrent players.
Okay.
Not combined, but still beating out both Persona and Final Fantasy on Steam is
unheard of.
Yeah, that's not a small accolade.
Right.
Honestly, I've completely forgotten about Digimon ZA coming out in 2 weeks. Like this thing, I've hooked on this thing.
That says a lot, but no. But that's good to know. But so if you also like Joe, playing Digimon Storytime Stranger, let us know in the comments what you think. Also, if you are playing Ghost of Yotai, please let us know what you think.
Also, if you're playing Alien Rogue Incursion, let us know what you think.
That also
it looks pretty. It is a spin-off of Alien Isolation because a character from there that interacts with Amanda Ripley in the books is your main character. The aliens are dumb as shit right now, but you know, they are mass bullet sponges. At the moment, they are not too smart, but they are mass bullet sponges. So you know, as I said in the opening of the stream, I have a very low bar. You just got to be better than Colonial Marines, and so far, it's doing okay.
Damn.
That is a low bar. Also, don't forget, back to Digimon, don't forget, Beat Break starts tomorrow.
Oh, right, it does. It definitely does.
Along with a myriad of other anime.
Yeah. So, yeah, our fall season is definitely kicking back up. But here's something fun on a show on Prime Video called Has Been Hotel. I'm going to be honest, I need to watch this because I keep forgetting about this on my watch list. But I definitely don't keep up with this one. But Tafara, I know you watched an episode of this. So anything you want to say before we play the trailer?
It's more like if you like shows like Adventure Time or Steven Universe, more like colorful, poppy, more like rubber hose, like kind of goofy animated type shows, but it's It's almost like prime Adult Swim. Like it is full on a cartoon, just a lot of adult situations and swearing. It's like old school Adult Swim and Comedy Central. Yeah. I kept hearing about this and Hell of a Boss, not knowing they were connected. So I was like, I'll check out one and see what's up. And then this whole thing, I watched a few episodes, got completely wrapped up in it. Keith David is great as Husk. Mm-hmm. I really like his character. Some of the stuff they set up with other people in this show that we probably will get more of this season. So this is going to be a first for me. If you haven't, I think it's 10 episodes. You can binge it in like a day. It's really well done. You can tell they took their time animating some, and there's a lot of musical stuff in it, but it's not like a drag like some shows are. They actually went through like the effort of making these musicals and segments like vibrant and relatable and the whole heaven hell story. It's very great.
Gotcha. Well, with that being said, here's the season 2 trailer for Has Been Hotel.
War is coming. You prove that angels can be killed. You think they won't come for you? And when the first shot fires, whose side do you want to be on?
I thought Charlie said no more drugs.
Welcome to the Has Been Hotel. Bye, bitches!
It's giving tacky.
Come on in. Here's your key.
It's a pleasure to finally meet you, Princess. What's your plan for the next extermination? And will you be protecting everyone, not just your favorite characters?
Wait, who are you?
My name is Baxter.
So is he like the new Penches?
No.
All our guests are family.
Hey, Herb, hands off the chest block.
That's the has been guaranteed.
Singing and crying, it's kind of our thing.
Redemption is possible. You all can earn your way to a better life. That sounds like work.
I thought this hotel was where we came to kill angels.
Fuck my life.
I have a better angle for this has-been hotel. We can use the hotel's reputation and start a hell-wide uprising against heaven. We have the chance to beat God. Who's with me?
I know you won't believe this, but I don't understand.
Raise your voice. Fox is inciting a war.
Light the fire.
Heaven doesn't want to hurt us anymore. We need to stop him.
Abel, as head of the army, what do you think we should do?
I'm not ready for this.
I never liked that kid. He's weak.
Oh, get dunked on! Do you really think you're powerful enough to take on all of heaven? You haven't even proven that you're the strongest in hell.
Can the angels come out to play?
Prepare the troops.
We faced impossible odds before. Together we can do it again.
Nifty! I told you to watch over the hotel. What have you been doing the whole time?
This. Now they have fingers and lungs so they can play instruments.
It's kind of impressive, actually.
All right, so that was the trailer for season 2 of the Has Been Hotel and Room Full of Blurs. So excited to watch this. So Kira, if you are still with us, your opinion on this, because again, this is season 2. It will be starting, it looked like October 29th. There we go. So yes, October 29th is new season on Prime Video. I'm going to be honest. I'll give it a shot because it looks fun. I guess I should. It goes without saying. Kids probably shouldn't watch it, but it looks fun. I can see why. I can see why it can grab you because it's definitely a different way of it. It's like you said, Tafari. It fits that same vein of shows. Because I did see a little Rick and Morty. I did see a little Steven Universe. I'm trying to think of another one that it reminds me of. But yeah, I like it. But Joe, Tafari, anything else y'all want to add to it?
I don't know if this is all dropping at once or weekly, but I'm excited to see where they take this story this season.
We're all musical fans in some way or form. So it's not just you, Kira. It's also Filthy. Yep. We made
that
sure
too.
We also made sure to say it's not for kids. But yeah. But yeah, it looks interesting. I definitely want to give it a shot. My backlog for television watching has already looked like a CVS receipt, but we're going to get it done. But Joe, anything you want to add to Has Been Hotels season 2?
I made it 3 episodes and then watched something else.
Okay, the 4th episode is what got me. The loser duet between Husk and Angel. That's where I was like, all right, I think. Hey, Cap.
The only thing I enjoyed was Angel's piglet.
See, I haven't seen it. That's what makes me. If I wasn't streaming tonight, I would probably go watch it.
It's just a normal piglet with like little wings and little demon horns. Other than that, it's just a standard piglet.
Hey, Lania. Yeah, the Husk and Angel's whole dynamic, because I don't think it's forming to a relationship, but the whole episode where because I've met people like that in real life, where he's like, "Why are you so freaked out? Like, it's not funny." I can Keith David being the bartender, like, I watch people drink for a living. I can see through this bullshit persona you're going through, and then when he finally like breaks him, that's basically the next episode where you left off, Joe. He basically breaks Angel down to the point where he's like, this isn't an act. It's who I have to be to put up with the shit I go through. And that whole episode and their dynamic is kind of what made me keep watching, as well as the song. Because Keith doesn't sing a lot in the show, but when he does, the shit hits.
Oh, no, I listened to the music via Spotify, but I just too filthy for me.
That's fair.
Fair enough.
They kind of, because I was getting fed up with Angel up to that point, and then that episode is finally where they tell him hey, knock it off. At work, fine. Here, stop that shit.
Gotcha. I gotta go back and watch. I gotta go back and catch up. I'm gonna have to add that to my watch list. But we're gonna have to address the elephant in the room, guys, because this news came out from Microsoft, and it's been making the rounds, but. I guess we can go news-wise first before we go into Keith, before Mighty Keith decided to break it down for us. So, unless you've been under a rock, Microsoft did announce that, hey, Xbox Game Pass is having a price increase. And you're probably wondering, if you don't know how much, we're going to tell you. Well, it still has the same 3 tiers: Essential, Premium, and Ultimate. For Essential, it's going up to $9. It's still going to stay at $9.99 a month. You will still get games. The only difference is that you'll be able to now include PC and cloud gaming onto that. For Premium, it is going up to $15 a month. You get new Xbox games published within the year of the launch. So a year later, you'll be able to get them to play for free. Unlimited cloud gaming is supposed to have shorter wait times, and you can play and earn up to $50 up a year in store with rewards. Yay. Now Ultimate, like myself and like Tafara, I think you have Ultimate as well. It unfortunately is not going to be the $22 a month. It is now going up to $29.99 a month. So after taxes and whatnot, depending on where you live at, you could be looking anywhere between $30 to almost $38 a month, which is equaling up to, if you kind of do the joke here, $30 a month at $30 a month at 12 months kind of gets you up to $360, which keep that number in mind, as Keith will make fun of that. But as they try to sugarcoat it, you will get under the Ultimate, you do get the $75. You do get the 75 games playing on day one, which means that as of right now, you'll still get Ninja Gaiden 4 that's coming out. You will get almost every Xbox exclusive. I'm trying to think of all of them. But every one of them, for moving forward, under Ultimate, you get to play on day one, including Ubisoft and EA classics, unlimited cloud gaming, in-game benefits, of course, playing online. And again, it's $30 a month, which I can understand. There has been a massive uprising of, and of course, Kira, cancel my membership immediately, which I can understand. Now, before we get into it, Mr. Keith of Mighty Keith really does have the best way of explaining everybody's anguish. So bear with us for a moment, and then we'll talk about the reason why Microsoft kind of fracked up.
I am Mighty Keith. That's it. I'm done with Xbox. Do they think we're all made of money? 5 years I've supported them. Yeah, fought for them. Exactly. I even changed my Twitter profile picture and entire internet personality for them. Bro, how in the world can they do this to us? They're trying to justify the extra $10 because they put Ubisoft Plus and EA subscriptions in the package. They're talking about putting the EA subscription in the package. Nigga, EA just sold their company. I don't want this. After all these years, how could they do this to us? I say we boycott it. Vote with our wallet. Cancel subscriptions. I'm canceling my subscription right now. Dog, what the? They crashed the site. Ain't no way. Nintendo site crashes when you try to get a Switch 2. Microsoft site crashes when you try to remove Xbox. Whoa, I finally got through. Boom. Huh. I'm protesting by canceling my subscription. No more Game Pass. No more Game Pass. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's going to show them. I say we take out our frustration on some COD lobbies. Hell yeah. Let me just, not really feeling COD. Want to play something else? You don't want to play COD? That's fine. I don't know why I bought the game in the first place. Trash game. You know what? Xbox is grinding my gear so much. I think I want to play some Gears of War. Let's pop it in, baby. You say you want to play Gears? I want to play some Gears, bro. I want to play... I want to play some Gears, man. Okay, it's just seems like the Gears in my Xbox ain't working too well because I can't find any of my games. The Game Pass games are gone because we ended it before the subscription renewed. But where are the games you owned? You said purchase? Oh, like own? Oh, you know what I'm talking about, right? Like over the course of 5 years, you have bought games and owned them. Where are those games at? 5 years? That's a long time, bro. I can't remember. Please tell me, over the course of 5 years, that you have bought and owned games. Well, I mean, it's a subscription service, so it's like the games come in the service. Oh, come on, man! It's the best deal in gaming, bro. 5 years! 5 years, bro. You ain't buy a single game? This is for the affordable gamer. This is the affordable gamer option, bro. Why would you put all that money in the subscription service? What you mean, bro? I saved so much money. You saved what money? Nigga, you don't own anything. You're trapped in their ecosystem, brother. You're a slave now. They must be doing this for a reason, right? You know, the more I think about it, the more maybe that Ubisoft and EA Play is worth it. It's valuable. Brother, you are coping. This company hates you. Nah, man, I trust Phil Spencer. I think $30 a month, 12 months a year. This is not what we meant when we said we missed the 360.
Or that's just crazy.
Mighty Keith on YouTube, everybody, but at the same time, he makes it's a solid point. And the more I think about that, the more I'm like, okay, there are a lot of Xbox players that are probably in that same boat right now because the fact that you've gotten away with on Xbox Game Pass. Oh, and I forgot, like Expedition 33, that was available on day one on Game Pass too. So for those people for 5 years plus playing on Game Pass, you may or may have not bought in the game, but you successfully paid your membership. Now, hi, Bam, Roll Tide. So I get it to a certain extent. I do, to a certain extent, where some folks are trying to say, well, I mean, Ultimate's not bad. I'm on Ultimate, and I'm sorry, I can't justify paying. And again, I stress this very heavily. Microsoft bought so many studios. They bought, I want to say, 8 major studios and then a bunch of indie ones in the past 2 years. From the Microsoft company, they've laid off 1,000 workers. And then they cannibalized IPs and either sold them exclusively or they kept them exclusive or worked with PlayStation to make them playable. So the thing that I'm getting at, and I guess before, when I first saw this, I'm like, okay, well, it's just $10. Well, let's think about it. We all ain't rich. And if you really think about it, could you really see yourself paying $360 a year for getting the same thing that you're getting right now? Because under Ultimate, you do have access to Ubisoft. You do have access to EA Play. That's under Ultimate right now. So you're not really getting anything different. And I know a lot of people are going to go, well, I'm just not going to get Ultimate because I still want to play online, so I'll get the Essential. Okay, understandable. $10 a month. Or you want to get the premium because you want to be able to play Xbox games. But the thing is, Microsoft is effing greedy. That's what it comes down to. Microsoft is effing greedy, and they blew billions on acquisitions, and now they're trying to, wring out your users. And I'm sorry, even I'm looking at this like, is Ultimate worth it at this point? Like, I do play online. You do need to have a Game Pass to play online. But for a lot of the games that I have, they're either going to be physical media, which I stress very heavily, or very rarely digital because that's the only option that you have. Just like South of Midnight. South of Midnight does not have physical copies. It's all digital, which sucks, but them's the breaks. But I'm sorry, Xbox, you guys were the alternate to Sony. Because Sony said there and said a long time ago, F y'all, these are the 3 tiers, take it or leave it. And they upgrade their prices. The problem is, Xbox, you just raised prices. If I'm remembering correctly, 8 or 9 months ago, you raised prices. So if we round that off to almost a year ago, you raised prices across the board, and now you're doing it again. I'm sorry, and I'll throw this to you, Tafari, after this, but I'm sorry. This is how you kill your fan base and reload. That's all I'm saying.
And then if you got a Series S, which was marketed as the digital only combo with Game Pass Ultimate, stay your ass in the house during COVID combo.
Yeah.
You basically are about to own just a paperweight very soon.
Well,
that came with your console, right? Like the 3 months free?
I would have to think so because I think Bama got an S. If Bama got an S, I think it came with 3 months Ultimate for free.
Yeah, if you got a Series S, that's fine. Just make sure you actually purchase the downloads.
Yeah.
That's my only thing. Microsoft was great. My thing is, I don't know anybody who's gone. I don't know too many people who've done the extra tiers for PlayStation Plus. Like to get all the retro catalog. I don't know anyone who's done it. Like it's there.
Yeah.
But I don't know anyone who owns it or bought it. They're just like, yeah, we see it, and you keep asking us about it, and we keep telling you no. It's like a bad used car salesman. Like, hey,
I do the middle tier because I don't need the retro games. If I want a retro game, I'll just buy it.
Now, see, I'm on the other side just because I do have the Ultimate. Only because I'm used to it. I'm used to it because there are some games that I see there, and I'm like, okay, I can't find them in most gaming stores. That is the only, like I said, that to me is the only thing that I will condone. Like if I can't find it in a game trader, I can't find it in a mom and pop's video game store because I refuse to go to GameStop. If I can't find it on Amazon or just any other area, I'm like, okay, fine. The only other option is the Ultimate tier. But the problem with Microsoft is you guys were the alternate. You guys sat there and said, you value gamers. Okay, you value gamers. Understandable. But this ain't it. In no way this ain't it. So I don't blame everybody for canceling. I'm like I said before, I'm sitting there thinking about the fact, like, do I really want online play right now? And the more I think about it, outside of Call of Duty, which that requires online, most games that I play, like Silksong doesn't require online play. Void Heart does not require online play. I'm pretty sure when Ninja Gaiden 4 comes out, I'm pretty sure that doesn't require online play. So a lot of players are probably going to be considering, like, do you really need online support from Microsoft, or do you just need it to where you can just update your Xbox and be done with it?
And my thing is, like, for the people, what was it? I think you need Ultimate to play Call of Duty next month too.
Yeah.
And to basically kill your player base numbers right before the Game Awards goes live, right before the submissions and voting goes in.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah, because now you're gonna have a lot of people who are like, I was gonna play Call of Duty, but I guess never mind. Now, a lot of people might go pick it up physically and then just get the essential, which is fine.
Yeah.
But again, like, what games are we gonna get on the essential? Like, next to nothing, because then you've acquired all these studios who are going to put out who basically are padding out your Ultimate Game Pass plan anyway, and then when people don't buy it, you're going to blame them and lay them off and shut their shit down.
and that's what it is. It's literally it's tear gouging, because Essential's like, okay, you get online, you get a limited library for Game Pass, and Premium is like, okay, the library, it's open a little bit bigger, and then Ultimate's like, oh well, this is what we wanted from Jump Street. So you are basically tear gouging folks that if they do want to play whatever it is on Game Pass, you have no choice but to either buy Premium or buy Ultimate. That's what it comes down to. But what'd you say, Cap? It's crazy they decided to go this route. This helps no one, and Microsoft will soon find out enough. We hope. I do hope, like I said before, with the actual, and again, Mighty Keith was right. Initially, when the news came out, the cancellation page for Game Pass crashed. So I would like to think Microsoft may reverse their decision. I highly doubt it. Also, because again, also EA got purchased by the Saudi family for $55 billion, so one of the largest acquisitions in video game history. So my hope for any Titanfall game has went out the window, just because it's EA, and now EA is going to basically be under blood money. But what do you say, Bama? No, I have 2 of them. They came in my storage drives. Last one came with me getting the last one through my Xbox Point system. Okay. And also, I have to give GameStop credit because they're still selling.
Whoever's running their social page has been hilarious for the last 72 hours.
And that's another thing I was going to bring up. It's just like GameStop is still selling the $19.99. Is it the Ultimate or is it monthly?
I want to say the Ultimate, or it's like a GameStop $19.99 card. And they said they are taking a hit on that, but they said it is bringing people into the stores more. Yeah. So for every card they sell and take like a $5 net loss, they are fine with people coming in and buying other stuff on top of it, which is cool. Mm-hmm. So it's interesting. On top of that, I actually went the other day and did like some PSA grading. So they're slowly redeeming themselves between the grading, between the retro stuff that they're bringing back into the stores after just letting it sit in like warehouses for all these years.
Yeah.
So they are, whoever is running the GameStop social is keeping their foot on everyone's neck, and it's hilarious.
Very much. I know, Baby said I just got Borderlands 4 the other day. Might want to wait for some updates, my friend. They said it's very buggy right now. And of course, Cap, always physical. Yeah, I mean it's a full circle. It's literally a full circle about this. That digital was great, and it still is, but the problem is, it just always comes back around to physical media. That's always been the life cycle. What do you say? I never was a fan of going full digital, like Joe said. If I want it that bad, I'll buy it. But Joe, anything else you want to add to Microsoft shooting themselves in the foot and reloading?
That's nice. That's nice.
I mean, like I said before, this may change before it gets to the VGAs. I highly doubt it.
So,
but go ahead.
I have not trusted Microsoft since the 360, because if they cannot fix the red ring of death, the entirety of that life cycle's console, that just tells me that is not a company worth trusting.
Fair.
Wait, wasn't the Xbox 360 Slim with wasn't that supposed to be like the fix for it, like the better console?
It was supposed to have a better heat sink, but
I was in college. I didn't have money to buy Slims or Pros.
I mean, I got mine for Christmas and it still works. I'm like, if those are getting it too, I just didn't experience it.
No. The Slim, just for anybody that doesn't know, okay, speaking from a hardware IT standpoint, the Slim just had the heat sink that the original didn't have. Because in Microsoft's wisdom, that you literally have a console that has that much heat, but has that little bit of ventilation and no exhaust fan, but no heat sink on your motherboard. Yeah, it was going to fail. And someone sat there and said on Microsoft, hey, let's put a heat sink on the motherboard, and then we'll make it smaller and call it a Slim. That is the reason why Slim Xbox 360s never overheated. But if you had an Elite, if you had they call them fatbacks. If you had a fatback or an Elite 360, yours was 50-50. Unless you got smart and put a fan behind it, or you took yours apart and added a heat sink like I did, you probably never got the red ring of death. But the thing that killed me about this, and like I said, I understand what Joe's saying. If they couldn't figure out a red ring of death, I mean, from a business standpoint, it's not gonna work on this one. I have an Xbox Slim, it stopped working, but it was my cousin's. Oh, okay. So at least we got one failure. But the point I'm getting at Microsoft is before we move on to the Russo brothers and their tease, it makes no sense that you do want to price. There's no reason for this price hike outside of it, but just plain greed. There is no reason. Gamers are not getting more from this, no matter how you try to slice. No matter how you try to slice that pie, it's the same pie we've been getting for the last 5 years, and this is the second price hike in 2 years. That folks, just because again, people gotta watch their pennies. I'm no different. We just cannot afford it.
And, good luck in November. Y'all aren't even getting a golden joystick award at this point.
Oh, they don't get booed. I thought if Phil Spencer comes out during the VGAs, woo.
I was gonna say, is it smart for him?
He's just gonna give a half-hearted, empty apology like he always does.
I was gonna say, is it smart for Phil to take the lead on this? Right? Because you see, they had Homegirl doing the Xbox video on with the trying to sell this as why it's a good thing. And I'm like, you clearly can see Phil didn't want to do this video and said get the intern to do it. Because I'm like, I feel so like I hope they don't find your personal socials.
And I hope, you know, with the way the internet is, I hope that woman's protected because she literally just became the fall person for this, even though it really is Xbox decisions, but also EA, really? Saudis, $55 billion? I'm just saying. You could have just gave us Titanfall 3. We would have been happy. But moving right along again to the Russos. The reason why we're bringing them up is, well, because they sent this. And they pretty much sat there and said, take from it what you will. I'm trying to blow it up as best I can, guys, but that's really the best I can do on that end. But from those that can or cannot see, and I apologize, I just, like I said, trying to make it bigger than what it is without actually screwing up anything. But if you've been under a roof, you've probably seen this picture. Folks have either tried to blow this up, analyze it, however you take from it. Let's just call it what it is. A on one side, X on the other side. We know what the Russos are implying for Avengers Doomsday. I'm just going to throw it out to you guys and for everybody else that's watching. Is it the right time to have an Avengers versus X-Men in Doomsday? And if so, would it make sense in the current MCU?
I'm trying to... Because I know a lot of people pulled Avengers Endgame quickly out of the last one.
Yeah.
At the most, I can see that the A is like the same as the TVA logo. Other than that, I can't pull anything else out of this.
Because that's what I mean, from what I got of it, it was just this and this. The funny part is nobody's looking at the director's chair.
Well, I can see it as an A/V, but then there's no T, so AV something.
But the thing I'm getting at is if it is, and like I said, this is all speculation. Russos have not confirmed spit. And if you're expecting Ruffalo or Holland to give us anything, Holland is on the mend and Ruffalo is too busy protesting. So, you know, whatever insiders you can get information from, not from there. And yes, Captain, it's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see how it works out for him. God, I miss dodgeball. But I'm just saying, if it is the case, if it is Avengers versus X-Men, if this is going to be the vehicle that introduced the X-Men into the MCU as they are, number one, is it smart? Number two, does this play more into Secret Wars than actual Doomsday?
I feel like they could be setting up, I mean, maybe Secret Wars or potentially setting up what these next saga will be once these next two Avengers films are over.
Possibly. I go with that. But that's what I'm getting at. Because again, for me, it's like, and thank you, Bama. They do need to introduce the X-Men first. They do. The thing is, for X-Men to be this protected, and I'm sorry, Kira, what'd you say? They're going to blue ball us if it's AVX. The whole movie is supposed to be about Doomsday. Any X-Men we're going to get is going to be too short. Any X-Men action. Okay, X-Men action. I agree. Completely agree. But if this is, like I said before, for them to literally And of course, Cap, it could be very well the mutant introduction. The thing is, if they do go this route, the thing is, it's just like for you to have such a protected IP that you're going to use Doomsday. If it is, like I said, we don't know. With the Russo brothers, they like to throw a lot of stuff out there to keep people guessing. We won't know until it gets close to the trailer, which, if you believe the rumors, we're supposed to get an Avengers Doomsday trailer sometime in December, supposedly. But I will say this: if this is the introduction of the X-Men, it has to be right. Don't wait until the end to where we get the X-Men 97 guitar riff. Don't show Professor X's wheelchair or a shot of it. I don't want to hear the iconic Wolverine shink, or I don't want to see a flowing Storm cape and then fade to black. Let's actually do a proper introduction of the X-Men. And yeah, outside of that, I'd rather be surprised. I'd be too, Cap. I would be too. But I worry because just like Kira said earlier, this takes away from Doomsday. And again, if you haven't watched Fantastic Four, spoiler alert, there is a scene at the end where we see a Doomsday and Valeria. So with that being said, is this taking away from it, or is this just like, ooh, piece of candy, distraction while we actually do stuff?
I'd rather be surprised.
Because I'm just saying, it's the more I talk about it, the more it just feels like a distraction.
I feel like it's leading to something we're not going to get for a while. Because I know the X-Men are in it.
Yeah.
But like the last time they did this, they were teasing the next title of the film. So, I mean, please don't tell us it's Doomsday and then titles we get thunderbolted into AVX, because apparently I'm hearing Doom starting with the mutants and then moving on to everyone else. So,
well, I see that, and Bama James got Marvel the ropes. I won't say on the ropes, but he's got them concerned. He has them worried. I will say that, because Marvel's in that very sensitive, we're not sure everything's going to be a home run thing. Even with Marvel Zombies, which again, that was fun for 4 episodes. It wasn't always a surefire thing like it used to be. But again, like we said, this whole thing could just be a red herring. It could be something leading into, but again, if you believe the trailer, if you believe the trailer rumor, we won't know until December. But Joe, anything else you want to add to it?
I think we're all forgetting Comic Books 101. 2 good guy teams are never really going to meet. They fight, and then they all rise. Oh, wait, we're being manipulated. We need to team up with the bad guy. That's all this is. And that's
fair.
Apparently, allegedly, because they said Nightcrawler's actor does like get into it with Mr. Fantastic very shortly, and that Mr. Fantastic, I guess, will be the leader of this band of misfits for the one part. I don't know. I get it. They will fight and then realize, oh, I'm just hoping nobody. I don't know. Maybe we get AVX because somebody ends up getting taskmastered and there's no undoing that. Or Secret Wars pulls a Crisis and we just get a fused planet with a rewritten history and everybody fits in somehow.
Fair enough. Zombies was okay, but that ending though. Yeah.
We'll see how that goes.
We'll see how that ending goes, just because it was different. And it's not a finale. I will say about Zombies how they did that. It wasn't a finale, so I do like the fact that they left it where it is. Let's see. You want to talk about the real villain who's coming? Doom is the distraction. We all know Asbestos Lady is coming. Go ahead and try to breathe in her fury and watch her lungs clap to the asbestos. Okay. Darwin will be brought back by Doom and show that he did in fact survive.
Hey, look, if Eddie Gathecki wants to take that, if Eddie Gathecki wants to take that check, I'm not mad at him.
Right. I mean, if he wants to take that check, go for it. But like we said, let us know what you guys think. It could just, like I said, it's one big rumor mill until we actually see something concrete. But speaking of things that are concrete, Joe did cover this in the comic book pool about Batman and Deadpool, which again, great comic if you haven't seen it. It was actually pretty fun to read. We're actually getting Spider-Man and Superman coming up, as it will be the next Marvel DC crossover coming out. I'm kind of looking forward to this because, again, with Batman Deadpool, that was fun. I can see a dynamic between Peter Parker and Superman, especially with the quips and one-liners. This will be coming out. Let's see. I completely forgot. Oh, March of next year. Sorry. So March of 2026 is when we'll actually get this. Real quick, fellas, is there anything bad we can say about this? Or are we just looking forward to it?
I mean, this has already happened once before.
Say what?
Go ahead, Tafari.
No, I was curious to see what they do with it. I guess Spidey would be Deadpool's polar opposite for this.
Yeah. I'm seeing one-liners versus, Farm Boy. But what you say, Joe?
Said they already did this before.
Yeah.
It's right there on the screen.
Yeah. They did. This was the one back in 1976, right, for the 50th anniversary. So yeah, I mean, I'm not against it because, again, not a lot of people know about that, so it's still going to be fun. There's a lot of crossovers that they showed in Batman Deadpool near the end, which I really want to see. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this one when it comes out next year. Hopefully I can get one I can get sealed and graded. But again, that's just me. Moving right along. You will be able to get the following games. For Essential Games, you'll get Alan Wake 2, Cocoon, and Goat Simulator 3. Some people really do like playing Goat Simulator. It must be relaxing. I'm not knocking it.
It's so fun, in fact, that they skipped Goat Simulator 2. They just went from 1 to 3.
I was going to say, I'm not tripping on that, right?
No, that is part of the joke. Went from 1 to 3.
I'm not knocking it. Some people love it. I leave it alone. If you do have PlayStation Plus Extra Premium, you get The Last of Us Part 2. That'll be available September 26th. And then to the Classics catalog, Tekken 3, Soul Calibur 3, and Tomb Raider Anniversary. Alan Wake, I will say this. If you've never played Alan Wake, if you like survival horror, more sensory than anything else, it is up your alley. I've played Alan Wake 2. It is fun. It is scary. I'm going to call myself a punk because I didn't play that game with the lights off. I had the lights on, and I made sure that I watched some Big Bang Theory after that to do a mental cleanser. That's how scary that freaking game is. Not as scary as Silent Hill F, which Geek by Heart is playing right now. And again, check out her stream because she's playing Silent Hill F right now. There's some moments she had to stop, and I'm not blaming her. But that's neither here nor there. But for the PlayStation Plus catalog, guys, that's what you get. Overall, it's not bad. Again, if you're a Goat Simulator fan, it's not bad. Alan Wake 2, would highly recommend it. The Last of Us Part 2, if you haven't played it or haven't watched the series on HBO, go for it. Tekken 3 is always fun. Soul Calibur 3, that was actually a pretty good one. And Tomb Raider Anniversary, which isn't bad. That's the more updated Tomb Raider. So, again, all solid titles if you haven't played them. But, fellas, what do we think of that?
It's not a bad catalog. At this point, I think playing Last of Us is going to be like a prerequisite for certain PlayStation games because did y'all not make enough money? Did enough people not play the game and watch the show? We get it. It's a flagship title.
Right.
So was Nathan Drake at one time. Y'all got to make another Uncharted movie? Y'all have other properties. We get it. It is.
It does
make even get Last of Us 3. They're going to give us Remaster of Us Part 7.
Oh, yeah, they're going to drag that out. Although another Uncharted movie would make sense, but, they're going to stick with Tom and Mark Wahlberg, who, he was an okay Sonny. But, again, that's neither here nor there. But, Joe, any thoughts on the PlayStation Plus October catalog update?
I get to try, whatchamacallit, Alan Wake 2. That'll be fun. It looked interesting at the very least.
Oh, it's definitely fun. It's just like I said, I'm too much of a scaredy cat. I don't play that in the dark.
How much Steve Guttenberg is in Cocoon? That's really what I really want to know. How much Steve Guttenberg is in Cocoon?
That I do not know.
If you don't get that joke, you're not from the 80s. I'm sorry, I can't help you.
Well, we are. Well, we got to think. For me and you, Joe, and for Mr. Fury, we know Cocoon. Tafari, Not to call you out in your young age, sir, but have you ever seen the movie Cocoon?
I have not.
Okay.
So, elderly people swim in magical alien pool, become young.
So 17 again with Tia and Tamara.
Yes.
Except one didn't become horribly right wing, which I still find that so odd.
Well, I mean, they were in alien. They were just taking baths in unknown alien substances and was just completely fine about it.
Also, Wilford Brimley's in it.
Yeah. So anyway, homework, kids, if you've never seen Cocoon. But yeah, interesting. But the good news we did want to get to, guys, is that for South of Midnight, this got, and help me out here, Tafari, did this get announced today as far as this one?
Yeah, so they got two nominations for the Golden Joysticks, which I believe is a UK-based game award show.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So yeah, Adrian Ray got nominated for, I believe, best performance, and they also got nominated for best soundtrack.
Yeah,
I've already gone and casted my votes, so I would suggest you all go do the same.
Yes, and you can do so by going to let's see, was it? Oh yeah. So you can go to gamesradar.com/Golden Joystick Awards and you'll be able to cast your vote. Again, South of Midnight, I've played it. Tafari's played it. Kira at Roomful of Blurs has played it. Geek by Heart has played it. I don't think anybody had anything bad to say about this game outside of, there were some buggy issues of gameplay, but the story was solid. The soundtrack was awesome. And of course, Miss Ray, basically as the lead actor in South of Midnight, as Hazel in South of Midnight, was freaking great. So definitely congratulations for being nominated. Hopefully, guys, if you got a chance, go to the Golden Stick Awards and actually vote for her because, yeah, South of Midnight deserves accolades for what they were able to do with that game. And again, this was by an indie company that developed this game. So again, all great things. What do you say, Bama? Wait, which one went right wing? In Cocoon? All of them.
No.
He was talking about the twins.
Okay. Sorry.
The one who is hey man, look, I need both of them to stop, honestly. I need both phones to be taken. Go make Twitches 3.
Yeah.
Twitches 3, y'all are grown. Hallie and Chloe are your twin cousin daughters. Give them Legos, Bionicles, Mega Blocks, anything to keep them off the internet at this point.
Right.
But yeah, we have and the competition, by the way, Golden Joystick Awards Best Soundtrack. And I don't get certain horror games getting added in here where it's mostly just ambiance. You have Silent Hill F, Eric's Home, The Stolen Dream, South of Midnight, Sword of the Sea, Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Ooh. And then as far as they're back to back. So best lead performer, Adrian Ray as Hazel, Tom McKay as Henry in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Alex Jordan in The Altars, Jennifer English in Claire Obscure Expedition, Troy Baker in Indiana Jones, and then Erika Ishii in Ghost of Yote, which I'm like, the game just came out.
That's between Ghost of Yote and the other game, Claire Obscure Expedition 3. I can understand it's been out for a while, but Ghost of Yote, I'm like, you guys just went live less than 8 hours ago.
That's my whole thing with Call of Duty. They're dropping on the 14th of next month, which is the cutoff to get in the Game Award. So it's There's nobody to vouch for your game because all the people who had Game Pass don't anymore, and they're probably not gonna play it.
Very much, but again, please vote the Golden Joystick Awards. I think because that game and that actor do deserve all the accolades that come to them. So we are going to go and move on to television reviews. Start with the obvious, the Peacemaker one. If you haven't seen Peacemaker, especially the most up-to-date episode, because we're not too far off from having the season finale for season 2. So this is episode 7. We are going to go into direct detail. If you have not seen it and do not want to get spoiled, you might want to mute us for a few minutes. That's all I'm saying. But fellas, I'm going around the room. What do we think of the latest episode of Peacemaker?
How do you get triple word score in Borgul?
Well, technically he did have, what was it, bubbles or something word next to it on top of something else? I think it was bubbles, and then it was, anyway. But go ahead, Joe.
It was fine. I like that they explained pretty much everything from this world, and the big twist, which I didn't see as a twist coming, is that naturally the dad was one of the good guys in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
And more than likely the person funding the Sons of Liberty. I don't think they said that explicitly, but I kind of had a feeling in the grand scheme of things. Because naturally, he even goes like, "No, I ran into myself, and he was not a good man."
Right.
I think that's like the polarizing part of the episode. Like he, like Nazi Dad is describing our real world's dad the way we have been describing the world, this alternate reality this whole time. Like,
yeah,
he's clearly me, but there's clearly a darker and eviler side to him, and I didn't like what I saw. And I'm like, that's kind of everyone's. I'm like, that's the good thing about James's writing, and then it gets all just undone in like 5 seconds after that.
I wonder if that was a wake up. I wonder if they were the same, and he got to see himself like that, and that was a wake up call. It's like, oh, I need to be better.
Mm-hmm.
Because he said it was a few years ago, so I'm like, I wonder how long ago that was. And I'm like, also, because at one point I was like, couldn't you just? Why did we go scorched earth and make it so dramatic on the exit versus just, hey, interdimensional shit, pull rank and leave? And then I realized, okay, so the portal is a secret everywhere. Like nobody in any dimension is supposed to know that they have this. Apparently, still don't know who this belongs to or who's getting shot in every universe that we steal this thing from.
Right.
But and then Argus is gonna go tinker with the next episode and get a bunch of innocent people killed, clearly.
Yep. Although I will say this, Vigilante, yes, you were right. At the same time, the whole dynamic between Peacemaker and the fact of, realizing that, like you said before, that the dad of that universe, even though it's Earth X, even though it's Nazis, and he's like, I don't agree with them. I don't agree with half the things doing. So that's why I go after monsters. I go after things I can take down. And then Vigilante doing what Vigilante does best, messes up everything.
Yeah, no, I'd not like all jokes aside, if Adrian doesn't get like fully cussed out and like damn near alienated by his friends at the next episode, like I get what he was doing, but there's no way I want them to just brush that off like, oh, that's just Vigilante. No, that was beyond fucking stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it, we needed to move the plot along, but like we had 2 chances for a smooth exit, and you were the reason that like we potentially created a new white dragon.
Yeah,
and then got what I would call one of John Cena's best performances. Because at first I was like, well, that was like super childish, but I'm like, but that's basically what he turned into again, was a child losing his losing his brother for a second time. And at that point when he's screaming, "Get off of him!" I'm like, you all could have figured this out in real time. Like you didn't want dad to go through that. Why are y'all doing this to the brother? Like restrain him. Close the door, go home. Why are we doing the double shivs in the like? What part of y'all? It's bad enough you're trying to bring Chris back, like, and clearly he's fighting, leaving. Why are y'all making him witness this trauma shit a second time?
Pretty much. Although I will say at the beginning, though, when again this was also pointed out on Blurred's Eye View, Kira was the first person to say it, so I always would give her credit for this. Hardcore sat there was like, how did you not know this was a Nazi world? Literally, the flag. The mural, it's like, how did you miss all of this? He's like, I wasn't paying attention. Look at the book. Oh, you think I get this buff reading books? And I was like, you know what? This lets me know how observant James Gunn really is when it comes to his characters and stories. Because even with ads running from, well, let's be honest, Nazis, and getting saved by Judo Master of all people, and they having a moment to where Judo Master's like, look, in this world, we need to stick together because they're wanting to put us in camps. And I will say this before I go back a room and wrap this up. James Gunn actually asked the actress who played ads. He asked her, for this scene, are you comfortable with it? And of course, she said she was. Not only is James Gunn also an incredible writer, but think about that for a second. People online, when he sat there and said that during his podcast, was like, yeah, I had asked her how she felt about it. I didn't want to do anything she was uncomfortable with. And the crazy part was in the comments, and this is also on the Instagram, by the way, that people were like, I can't believe you had to ask. They're an actress. They have to do these things. And you got to think, you're telling a story about an Earth that is basically a Nazi Earth, that a black person is being chased. In this society that we live in now, it could be seen as heavily offensive. So, of course, you got to take great care. And obviously, you've been to a few HR sessions that, you want to make sure that your actors and actresses are fine and comfortable. Hence why everybody still wants to work with Gunn. Every person that's ever worked on a Gunn production will gladly work for him again. And that alone says a lot. But no, just overall with this story, like, yeah, where do we go to from here? Because Keith is still alive, heavily pissed off. Peacemaker's in August custody. They now have the device, which I'm more than likely sure they're going to try to use. At the same time, this does got to wrap up the story between Flag Senior and Peacemaker at this point. But yeah, this since we only got one more episode to go, yeah, a lot of stuff is going to happen. But really quickly, do we see absolute chaos in the season finale for 2, or do we see a death?
I think we'll get more stuff leading into potentially Man of Tomorrow, potentially other projects. Who knows? Maybe one of these portals lets a Brainiac virus slip through or something. And I don't know what I'm going to expect. I kind of am not mad at Peacemaker for not wanting to talk to anybody. I need Adrian to get an earful next episode, because what is actually wrong with you?
Wait, say Kira, allegedly this is the final season. Yeah?
I mean, a strong case of the tisms, but seriously, what the actual hell is wrong with you? Like, if especially if it was our Adrian and not his doppelganger that did that, like, clearly there, like, your friend was in more danger with his real dad in person versus that situation you jumped in on and then made everything weird.
Very much. But Joe, any last words for Peacemaker for episode 7?
No, it was enjoyable. I had a good time with it.
Yeah, it was great seeing. I thought we were going to see more of the world versus like where these people were so supposedly escaping from.
I don't think they were ever going to show that.
I thought we were going to get like an overview or something, but I mean, we got the exposition dump from Judo Master, who I now have love. All the love I have for Judo Master has now swapped all the hate and gone over to Hadrian. So
yeah. All right, so Kamen Rider Zets, this week's episode with the wedding planner. She must have one twisted fantasy. That's all I'm saying.
She's probably just pre-wedding jitters and all the stress of the planning and the process and everything just giving her stress nightmares, more than likely.
Yeah, because and again, they didn't really hint at the big bad as far as saying they're wanting to enter in the actual world through dreams. So we do see him for a bit as he's just strategizing, I guess. But yeah, this episode did kind of feel kind of short, just because it did kind of stop at the mid-action point. But I'm just like, what are you like, lady? What is your dark thought that you're hiding so bad that that already one mind door is already open?
No, like I said, that's probably how the nightmare got in, was from the stress of setting everything up and planning everything.
Yeah.
So that door was already open for him.
Okay, so door number 1 was already open then. Okay. Okay, that's fair. Tafari, what did you think?
I still need to catch up. I did not get a chance to check out this episode just yet. Also,
right.
Where have we been watching these? Because I've been finding them
So
scattered.
now officially on YouTube, they have their own channel. All 4 episodes are up there. You don't have to go through the trouble of catching it again on the replay and going back all the way. They have their own dedicated channel.
I was hunting down the previous ones because I feel like I
I'll
could
be
not
able
find.
to chat in a bit.
Okay, because I feel like I couldn't find the channel you showed me before, so I've been hunting it down via Twitter.
Fair. But Joey, anything else you want to add to Zets for this episode? Because like I said, this did feel like a little bit of a short one, but it's building up to I'm assuming it's building up to the next episode.
Yeah, we're gonna go into 2-episode formats. I'm not too surprised by that. A lot of writer series do that. I do dig that now he is completely roped off his closet.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the sisters already knows he is crap anyway, so just roping that off is going to be hilarious. That one dude, the dude in white, is going to be the rival writer for soon. I think we get him in November.
Okay.
I think we don't know what his name is yet, but we do know he's white as opposed to Zet's being black.
Okay.
Same driver. You can just clip off the front of the driver and replace it with a different front case. So he'll have like a different front case for his. We also know that Zed is getting his power up towards the end of November too.
Okay.
Yeah, this is pretty par for course for me. I'm still enjoying everything. British Motorcycle Robot Man is hilarious, and I love that he like speaks English a whole bunch, and everything in that room does something. That's like ADD. Man, Kamen Rider should get another chance. That's what we're talking about right now, Bama.
Well, Joe, let me get that link so I can show what we're talking about, because that's exactly what we're talking about, Bama, is exactly what you're suggesting momentarily. So, but go ahead, Joe.
That's just an ADD person's dream. Is that office where you touch something and something else somewhere happens constantly? Turn that teacup, pull that cord, play with that bell, all sorts of things. Now that power seems to be going back to Mighty Morphin. I have no idea what that means.
Hang on. This is alive. So this is what we're talking about, Bama, just so you know. So this is actually from the Tokishu YouTube page. This is actually Kamen Rider Zets that's going on. That's actually showing right now. I'm muting it just in case, they might feel a certain way. But this is basically the one that's help me out here, Joe. That's
simultaneously live streamed every Saturday night. So this is getting a US simulcast premiere.
Yeah. So definitely check it out. Like I said before, this is actually on YouTube, so you actually can watch this. It's got, like Joe said, it's 4 episodes already. But yeah, it is pretty fun. He said, I know what you're talking about. Oh yeah, but yeah, that's what we're talking about, man. This right here. So again,
this is coming out. It's a second chance in the US.
Yeah. So you should definitely
third chance.
Yeah, so you should definitely check it out, because it's pretty interesting. I will say this, it's kind of been a while. It's been a while since I've caught this, but yeah, it is pretty interesting about the show.
Cut the video.
Yeah. So yeah, let me stop before they come after us. But let me stop before they get mad at us. So yeah, but again, definitely check it out. It's worth watching. But yeah, outside of that, Gen V. Good Lord. How can we start with the kids are not all right? Cypher is a smart son bitch. I'll give him that. But these kids constantly get caught doing the dumbest stuff. Like, okay, at the beginning of this, also, Sister Sage did show up. So we do know Sister Sage and Cypher are basically using Old Girl as a weapon against Homelander. That is fairly obvious because, again, if you haven't been watching The Boys, where they wound up in the last season and where the next season, the final season, is pretty much the overall showdown as Homelander and an army full of soups are basically just, impending their rule. So what I got from this, and again, spoiler territory out of this episode, that these kids just keep getting caught because they can't outsmart Cypher. Cypher and the person that looks like a Krispy Kreme donut at this point, I'm thinking that's the original Dr. Goff. That's
Godolkin, and Cypher is a walking puppet, hence why he doesn't respond to pain of any kind, and why Sage had to look him in the eye for that entire scene, because why?
Right. Oh, Sage figured it out. Sage figured it out the moment she was busy.
No, I think Sage has known preemptively this entire time, hence the whole you're running out of time and all that other stuff. I get that she is attracted to knowledge, but I don't know. I think I'm starting to like Sage less and less because it's you look down on people for what? Because you have the pain of being so smart. I get knowledge is a curse, but it's just your delivery of everything. You don't have to be such an ass. That's basically your whole problem. Between that and the self-given lobotomies.
But I will say this about Old Girl's powers. Cypher did have a point. I will push you, and you actually can use your powers, because they didn't say who sliced her sister's neck. when they found her sister in the once they got loose and her sister's bleeding out, and the fact that she used her powers to basically reseal the wound while almost killing everybody in the room and saving her sister. But it's just like, okay, if you're going to be the weapon, then at this point, there's really no reason to run from this man, because Cypher is obviously not going to hurt you. You're too valuable to him. But at the same time, it is kind of a slow burn at this moment, because yes, we know about Cypher, we know about Godolkin. At this point, I am hoping by next episode, we just went ahead and blew the lid off of it. At least that's my opinion.
I mean, now that we know that, like, when he was inside Jordan, and they said, like, oh, we know you're in pain when you're taking over somebody.
Yeah.
But it also, because, like, he's got, like, permanent 360, like, Byakugan vision. So, like, how are you just aware of everything all the time? That's the part that's not making any sense. V or not, how the fuck do you know every damn thing?
Right.
But yeah, I think he's Godolkin walking around in a skin suit, and that dude is just a poor victim whose hand was stabbed this episode, and is drinking these gross, like, peanut butter and chicken shakes just to keep the husk going and give it nutrients.
Right.
Because he probably can't taste anything. But the whole prison, I'm just like, did y'all know? Y'all knew it was a trap coming in here, but at the same time, y'all still got that easy.
Right.
But then they kind of lived up to the episode title, because the kids aren't okay, because we find out, what is the crazy boy's name?
Sam.
So yeah, we find out Sam's not crazy because of the V. We find out that his mom's entire side of the family has mental health issues.
Right.
We know our main girl is Project Odessa used to cut herself, not for her powers, but just out of, like, self-harm.
Yep.
Our other girl was vomiting at one point, and then
Marie was it's kind of weird. Marie was a cutter. Emma was a
she had bulimia, and then you had and then our shapeshifter, our gender transformer person was Jordan dealt with a lot. I don't know why I can't remember anyone's names tonight. Jordan dealt with a lot of, like, identity issues, and always like her problem was, like, always feeling like, what if I can't control it? And then that was taken from them. So the kids are not okay. This was very much attacking everyone's personal and mental issues versus just their powers. But I ain't gonna lie, I didn't expect Kate to get it that rough when she got thrown into the prison.
Man.
Because the fact they put her through the whole strip search and all that, and then the inhibitor collars, which I guess just exist in everywhere in superhero worlds, because the X-Men got them, the Raft has them, Gen V has them, the world of DC has them. I know, especially all over Young Justice.
Yep.
So I guess no one's really patented those yet. But it was a good episode. I'm curious to see why her powers hurt other people when she has to heal someone. I'm also curious to who they're going to try to either bring back or use her to. I know they're going to try to use her to fix up the burnt corpse. But I'm curious if she can bring anyone back, or does it require more brain power from the other people? Like, could she bring back? Who was the other bloodbending lady?
Trying to remember who you're talking about.
The one Butcher killed.
Oh, shoot. I forgot her name that fast. I know you're talking about in The Boys, but I forgot her name that fast. Damn. Was that season 2?
She was in season 1, but she was the one who was also kind of shown, because she's in The Boy, or season 4 of The Boys, and Newman, I think.
Oh, Head Popper.
Yeah, Newman. Because I'm like, could they use her powers to bring back Newman? Or could she potentially get rid of the tumor and give Butcher control of his body again?
I mean, it's possible. I mean, with her, but like I said, with her abilities and the fact her bloodbending abilities, that does kind of say a lot. So it does make you wonder. But yeah, to overall it though, I mean, The Kids Are Not All Right was a good episode. Again, Gen V is not too far off from its season finale, and again, The Boys is going to be waiting on the other end for the final season. So the next couple of episodes should be definitely interesting about that. But
how many do we have? 8 this season?
Yeah, I want to say 8. I want to say 8, but
Okay.
I could be wrong. Because I think the last episode, last season was 8. Yep, it's 8. Okay, so they're sticking with the number. It's still 8. But again, we'll keep up with that, and also let us know what you guys think. Like I said, we didn't really have a lot because of the fact that Alien Earth did wrap up its season, and of course we don't have Peacemaker will be wrapping up theirs next week. So yeah, with fall TV coming up, we'll definitely try to catch that. But before we do get to comics, guys, and call tonight, any anime reviews or updates we want to give?
No, I think everything is. I need to catch up with Kaiju number 8. I know apparently we are. I don't know how close we are to the manga, but I know we're moving to this section where I guess it is now. Are we either going to kill these numbered Kaiju, or can they reclaim the weapons that the numbered Kaiju were turned into? Seems to be the thing. So I know we're in this thing where they've split up like our big guns.
That's where 9 comes in. 9 is basically trying to reclaim them back. So 9 has this grand scheme of basically reclaiming all the kaiju that have been caught by the Defense Force. So now that you have, I think old boy has 6, and the girl has her mother's, which I think was 2, and the girl with the machine gun, I think she has 4. So yeah, the way the episode went, they wound up running into things that were designed to fight them. So and the fact that now Kaiju number 8 has actually re-entered again, even though his ability is kind of questionable because he may not be able to turn back human once going Kaiju. So it'll be interesting. But from where it stands on that one, that was pretty good. Gachi Yakuta, solid episodes on that one if you haven't seen it. Sakamoto Days, they're kind of at a holding point. There was not a new episode this week after they got past the exam. Rise of the Shield Hero was pretty good. Windbreaker finally caught up to where I think it's at its season finale for right now. Dr. Stone still with the Americans. Jesus.
They just wanted some corn, but no, you can get capped instead.
Right. But that's all the anime updates I have on my end. Joe, did you have any anime updates before we go to comics?
No, all hell breaks loose tomorrow. So I just I looked to see if there's anything I wanted to watch this week, and there's not. All my stuff ended last week.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, again, that's just a slice of the animes that we go through, guys. If you are watching some, or you just want to suggest some, or just put out there that what you like, feel free. We definitely want to take notes and go from there. But with that being said, we are going to go into our comic book reviews. Before we actually do that, we do want to show love to Rick's Comic City, Nashville's #1 go-to place for comic book stores, for comic books, for mangas, pop Funko things, you name it, they have it. 2 locations, Nashville and Clarksville, Tennessee, of course, rickscomiccity.com. You'll see us on their mugs, which again, our show shows on their televisions regularly. So go in there and let them know we sent you. It doesn't get you any discounts, but again, they show us love, so we want to show them love. And of course, if you are not in the Middle Tennessee area, guys, please support your local library, support your local comic books, support your local comic book stores, support your indie, and support your indie artists, because trust me, you will miss it when everything gets bought up. So, Joe, I do see that you do have the comic books up, sir. So whenever you're ready.
Yep, first off, we got Absolute Evil. I am unsure if this is the start of a crossover event or something, but written by Al Ewing, art by Giuseppe Caroncoli and Stefano Nessi, colors by Romano Fernando Jr. This is just pretty much like the main bad guys of different Absolute
the Absolute universe, right?
Together.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, it's interesting because I knew they were going to do this. I like I said, Joe, I agree. It's a crossover issue because I think it's going to wind up having that all-out battle because, just like a League of Superheroes, you got to have a League of Villains. But it's been great so far.
It took me a moment to realize that the main guy speaking is the Joker of this universe.
Yes.
Who talks about, it's like, oh, by the way, we found the Omega particle, and that particle is alive and can differentiate between good and evil.
Yeah. So
and
yeah.
Ultimate Brainy or Absolute Brainiac is watching them from a pocket dimension, and that Standard Universe Mirror Master is the one assisting them.
Yep.
Yeah, it's all weird stuff.
I'll give it a shot. I think it can work, but I'll give it a shot.
I mean, I'm not really as invested as I probably should be, considering I'm only reading like 2 of the 6 Absolute series with Absolute Flash and Absolute Wonder Woman. Like, I tried looking at the newest issue this week of Absolute Green Lantern, but couldn't do it still, even though we are out in space doing stuff. It's just, they're just using goofy names, and I don't know what's going on.
Oh, Absolute Green Lantern is still kind of a slow burn. Absolute Batman is actually pretty good. And
Batman 2 also came out. We just didn't get time to look at it because it didn't drop when the rest of the comics dropped. But
gotcha.
We do learn that the Batmobile officially has 13 gears.
Yep.
9 of them standard, 3 of them for crisis event only, and 1 secret gear.
Well, don't push the red button.
But yeah. Over in Marvel, we start off this line-wide X-Men event called Age of Revelation, where Doug Ramsey, using his speech powers, has influenced the world, and mutants are back on top. All the X-Men are pretty much either corrupted or the anti-Revelation movement. They have brought both Cyclops and Forge forward an indeterminate number of years. I think they said 5, but I'm not entirely sure.
No, I agree.
Yeah, stuff like this is we'll see where this goes. Jed McKay is doing this again. I'm interested. I mean, artwork's good. Storyline's solid. We got interesting look at who's doing what now.
Yeah.
We lose people midway through.
It is interesting. I will say that. But like I said, I'm waiting to see something in the next episode because this was kind of a slow setup. But like I said, I'm still willing to give it a run to see what it looks like.
Yeah. So this is written by Jed McKay, pencils by Ryan Stegman, ink by J.P. Mayer, and colors by Edgar Delgado. Next up, we got Spider-Man Noir, not the Nick Cage one, the proper one. Oh, it's a fun thing because the creator of Spider-Man Noir very much dislikes the Spider-Verse.
He does not. They do not like Spider-Man Noir.
They do not. They will be polite and sign your excuse, but they do not like doing it.
Mm-hmm.
This is written by Eric Larson, art by Andrea Borricardo, and colors by Rachel Rosenberg. We just catch up with the Pete of this universe. He and MJ have broken up. We're introducing Gwen Stacy. Mm-hmm. We're fighting the Scorpion Gang. We get caught up with Aunt May, who now knows Peter's Spider-Man and trying to give him life rescuing tips.
Uh-huh.
And Peter has to fight the greatest villain of all, the Rent.
Although I love the story so far, and the fact is like, well, you got to use guns. Hey, guns are expensive. Guns, I need these because you think I can take. I would love to fight them hand to hand, but they shoot, and I would like to shoot back. And bullets are expensive.
Uh-huh.
I love this. This is one I can actually get, but this is a Spider-Man story I can really get behind. But yeah, it's a good issue.
Yep. Next up, we are doing Amazing Spider-Man number 13. This is kind of what's going on as a result of Imperial, but also still dealing with Spider-Man. Spider-Man I'm just going to say it, he kind of has formed his own versions of Guardians of the Galaxy with Rocket and the little symbiote baby called Symbi.
Yep.
Yeah, this is just like, what if we swapped out Peter Quill for Peter Parker and we get Guardians of the Galaxy?
Exactly my freaking thought. Because I was like,
not a bad thing.
I mean, don't get me wrong, because you could see the Gamora, the Groot, and everybody, even the fact that the person that they all held captive, everybody wants him 86, and Peter's like, no, we can't do that. Rocket's like, why not? And then the compelling argument, but no, love this one. It really is a Guardians of the Galaxy story, again with Peter, and Simbi. Do not get me wrong. It is very, very good how they tied it because, again, Spider-Man always wins people over with his humanity, even though he almost could get killed 6 ways from Sunday by everybody. But it's a good issue. I highly recommend this one.
Also, we have seen the production work for future things, so we know Pete and Simbi can fuse into that symbiote version of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
With the red and blue suit. So
yeah.
But still, I do like this techno suit.
Oh, yeah. And the fact that he still wants to get stronger, he's like, why don't you go home? I want to be strong enough to beat Hellgate, and you're going to help me. All right.
Written by Joe Kelly, art by Pepe Larraza. And you know what else makes this book readable?
The art?
Larraza's art.
I saw it. I was like, I'm almost going to beat you to the punch. The art?
Yeah, the art.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on over, we got Starship Godzilla. This is written by Chris Googe, art by Oliver Ono, designer Brian Kulick. This is just 1980s as hell.
Yep.
And also slightly alien, but the reason why it's called Starship Godzilla is they're in a starship of Mecha Godzilla.
Mm-hmm.
But no, this is just 80s anime as shit.
I do like the twist at the end.
Oh yeah,
the twist at the end, I was like, okay, this has my attention. But no, it was good.
Man, but yeah,
yeah.
I keep saying it, but no, like go read this, and this is just classic 80s anime.
Yeah, I completely agree.
And then finally, we got VR Troopers 3, answering some of the harder questions from the original series. Also answering, this is a spin-off comic from Power Rangers Prime, so this is in the Prime universe.
Mm-hmm.
The VR Troopers are the elite vanguard of the Eltaran Force, dealing with other empowered insurgents like the Power Rangers. Some of them are starting to question their loyalties. Some of them are being told by the main villain of the VR Troopers, like, yeah, the Eltarans can access the same dimension I use, but why are there only 3 of you? Why are you allowing there to be more? Also, Ryan finds one of his parents finally alive. Hooray!
Is it bad that when I was reading this, I'm like, why wasn't this in the television series?
We didn't have the money.
That is also true. But
we also didn't have the footage, and we didn't have the writers.
That is also fairly true. I didn't think about that. As you know, VR Troopers back in the early 90s. Yeah, budget wasn't really that strong.
Also VR Troopers was like 5 different Metal Hero series smushed together.
That is true.
This is written by Margaret Scott. It took me a long while to figure out that was Margaret. J.P. Jordan, illustrations by Sebastian Perez, and letters by Taylor Esposito. Now, this is a solid issue. Good twist at the end.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what the main bad guy's name is. It Viltrex?
Yeah, Viltrex.
Viltrex,
yeah.
Pretty much telling the girl from VR Troopers, it's been such a long time. I literally cannot remember her name. Like, JB's easy for me to remember. Ryan's easy for me to remember. I cannot remember.
It was like Kelly something.
Is it Kelly?
Wait. Hang on. Because we got to do this right before they come looking for us. Caitlin. Yeah, Caitlin was that.
So, yeah, Caitlin's being killed by the main bad guy, and like, they'll find me. It's like, yeah, that's fine. I've already got my plans. Like, well, the Eltarans will stop. He's like, the Eltarans don't give a shit about you in the grand scheme of things.
True.
They only care about their borders, and that's it.
True.
It's like, I love it. I love that he makes sense.
Yeah, Sarah Brown was the actress, family. Yeah, but the actor was but she played Caitlin Starr. Brad Hawkins played Ryan Steele, and
he was originally supposed to be Tommy, and Jason David Frank was supposed to be Ryan Steele.
Yeah, and Michael Baden played J.B. Reese. And you know it was 80s because why is it that every black hero had the most messed up haircut? First, Zach with the edge up, and J.B. I felt so bad for him because
didn't he have the kid from Kid and Play High Top?
He had this. Hang on a second. I gotta share this because this is what he had.
What did he have?
This was Nilly Vanilli if Nilly Vanilli did not have locks. No. The man couldn't get an edge up. It's the early 90s. You're gonna stand and tell me you can't find a barber to do a nice lineup. I know I can't talk right now because my hair is in between locticians. I get it. But sir, you work in production.
I can't really defend this for a multitude of reasons, obviously, but even in Mystic Knights of Tyrannogue, Ivar had better hair than this dude, and Ivar had a helmet on 90% of the time.
You know what? You're gonna make me look that up. If I look this up, just because.
Even though he did have the white action figure on it.
If we keep summoning
Mystic Knights, Ivar.
Because in his case, I'm just gonna bring up the cover. If the cover still exists, good lord, does the cover exist?
I think he always wears a helmet.
Yeah, he wears a helmet.
He's got the helmet. So
yeah, he had the helmet on. Yeah, see, yeah, he had the helmet on. So never mind, he had the helmet. But the point I'm getting at is, I don't know. We just couldn't have a proper lineup. That's just always gonna bother me. That's all I'm saying. But we say, Bama, it's been a few years, but he bald now. Yeah. Oh, now Ryan is bald now. Oh, okay. Good to know. But I'm sorry, Joe. What was that? Did you have more? Or was that it?
No, that was it. We didn't have any more comments. Like I said, go check out Batman 2. We just couldn't cover it because it didn't release in time.
All right.
So was Absolute Evil the one I saw going around the circles this week with Green Arrow?
Yes.
Jesus. Just the amount of people who were just like, yeah, I don't have hopes for him. And then there's like, I was fucking kidding. What? Jesus.
And the fact who he got taken out by. Nobody saw that coming.
Hey, was that Hawkman?
Yeah.
Of all people to take him out. But yeah, let us know what you got.
The Absolute Universe of DC is some shitty stuff from the 40s going forward.
So are we setting up for like the revenge of an Absolute Red Arrow or Absolute Arsenal, maybe?
Possibly. Because technically his son has been acknowledged in this universe, so I would say yes. So we probably will see an Arsenal or a new Green Arrow, one of the two. But either way, that's pretty much gonna do it for us, guys. So as we wrap this out, as we say our wrap up, do a shameless plugging. We do want to thank everybody that liked, that shared, that commented. We certainly appreciate that. So I will go around to the bin, first starting with the man, the myth, the legend, Tafari, who is anywhere and everywhere, sir. But where can they find you and what you up to?
Anywhere but asleep. So got to unbox some cool stuff. Got a shipment from my friends down at Gamers Inc. Orlando this week. Again, thank you to everybody who has been putting in on these streams. I now have Sonic Crossworlds, which I'll be trying to get into more often, more so just on Twitch, so it doesn't put the YouTube down. Working on a new video for Monday with all the gaming stuff, but I've had to rewrite it like 5 different damn times. Did the stream for Ultimate Spider-Man last week. I did Toby's Spider-Man today, the Green Goblin story mode, and then running through this month, I'll be going through Little Nightmares 1 and 2 before my GamePass expires. Sonic Unleashed, Kingdom Hearts 2.8, and then we started the Telltale Batman series this week. So a lot of fun stuff planned for the month, as well as comedic content coming out regularly. So stay tuned for all of that.
All right, sweet. Joe, also a very busy man. Let people know where you are and where they can find you and what you're up to, sir.
I'm streaming Alien Incursion and Digimon Time Stranger. I may be streaming more Time Stranger than I am Alien. I'm over at Middle Tennessee Gaming Thursday nights, Fridays, and Saturdays, and Sunday nights, so you can come see me there. We do Magic, Sorcery, Cardfight Vanguard, Sell Pokemon, and now Flesh and Blood, which is a thing that I had to buy a deck for, but that's okay. I'll try any card game once, as long as it's got like something cyberpunk or something to get my attention. So, plus the deck was like under $30, so I can't argue that.
Nice.
Other than that, work just has me working. Sleep is a thing that's been happening more often because I went and got vaccinated. You should too. The flu shot whammied me to the point where I called out, still went into work because I felt bad. And of course, I'm right across the street from my job.
Mhm.
So I went in, stayed long enough for everybody to show up, then pieced out, then was asleep for another 5 hours despite having 9 hours of sleep.
Jesus.
I went to bed at 10, got up at 6, went to work, worked from 7 to 9:30, came back home, passed out at 9:30, woke up at 2 in the afternoon.
Jesus. Well,
No, he didn't have anything to do with it. Like 2 steps down and 1 step over. That's me.
He's got plenty of sleep.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, go to Middle Tennessee Gaming, come say hi, buy some Pokemon, buy some Magic. We have Popper, we have retro games now. I've been showing Tafara all sorts of fun stuff we got. By the way, Black got sold, or no, Soul Silver or Heart Gold got sold, but we still have Pokemon Conquest.
Wait, was it like original gold or heart gold?
Heart Gold.
Okay, I'm looking for like OG gold because when
I can't do so much.
Okay, because that's what I was looking. Because I have heart gold. That's one I have held on to.
We still do have one of the rarest Pokemon games ever made. And that's Pokemon Conquest.
I keep forgetting.
That's the one where it's crossover with Nobunaga's Ambition, so it's a Pokemon tactics game.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yes,
So
I need gold now that I have 2 Game Boys because I need the ranch to be able to breed starters.
Best I can do is Crystal.
Damn. Actually, how much is Crystal?
I'll look tomorrow.
Cool, because I just need a Gen 2 game at this point.
We also clean batteries, fix up old game consoles, do all sorts of fun stuff there. So we're doing it all in a moderately small space, surrounded by actually really good food because we're right beside Cletus in Nashville.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, that's everything I'm doing. Like I said, a ton. I'm doing a ton.
Sweet. And also, Bama, yes, you got an audio mixer and you're one step closer to the podcast. Sir, let us know. Let us know what happens. And like you said, if you want to join us here, you got to open doors, sir. And yes, we want to know about your podcast and when it goes live so we can listen and show you support the same way you show us support. So definitely let us know. So before I do get to myself, shameless, and I do mean shameless advertising. Shout out to APR TV. Why? Because Give It Podcast can be found on APR TV, always on the Roku channel store or Amazon Fire TV app. Definitely check us out in many other shows, including Blur's Eye View, that can also be seen on APR TV. You won't be disappointed. Also, BlurStation.com, guys. We keep talking about this for a couple of years now. It is the new Black Hollywood. It is where content can be found that's for us, by us, for us to enjoy. $10.99 a month to stream on Blur Station, and Blur Station streams on all smart devices. Definitely check it out. Lock in and welcome home. Outside of that, guys, you can find us, the Give It Podcast, and I am so freaking proud of this, that if you type in the Give It Podcast on YouTube, our page shows up. That is a win in any book. But yes, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button if you will, so that way you'll be notified whenever we put a video up or a short. We are getting better about that. But definitely let people know. Again, we are just trying to basically grow as a community, and we hope to do so with your support. So much like PBS, this cannot be done without you. As for myself, guys, of course, Black_Spartan615 on the socials. Still got the shows going on. How the Frack We Got Here, again, another political show that I do. Very different from this show, but you can definitely check it out. Also on YouTube as well by typing in How the Frack We Got Here. Definitely like, share, subscribe as well. Outside of that, I'm still doing the gaming route, still doing Hollow Knight Silk Song. We'll probably be doing so here in a couple of hours, just to wrap that up before we get to Ninja Gaiden 4. Like Tafari, we're gonna just ride this Game Pass out because I just feel like I need to get off the bus now. Outside of that, again, don't doom scroll. Please don't doom scroll. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now. We hope for like the last 2 hours we've been able to entertain you guys, but don't doom scroll. Find something that makes you happy. Find something that makes you laugh. Check on your friends, call and text. Go out and go do something. Enjoy outside while it's still not as hot, I guess. I can't wait till winter shows up, but that's just me. Also, at the same time, guys, protect your peace, find your strength. And it is the weekend, okay? I get it. It's the weekend. People want to go out, have fun. Please make smart decisions, guys. Nobody wants to be in jail over the weekend because it's costly and expensive. At the same time, guys, the rules still do apply. Respect the cosplayers at all times. Cosplay is not consent. Please treat people like human beings. Also, hygiene. Please wash your ass. As Joe said, if you can't get the flu shot, please get the flu shot. But clean clothes, clean everything. And yes, native does not work. Perfume or cologne is not a replacement for water and soap. Again, guys, let's be smart. Let's be clean. And the final rule I have for myself, as I have for everybody else, guys, please talk, share, discuss. Invite people to your fandoms. Don't be toxic and don't be a dick. And we'll all be cool and you won't get jumped. But with that being said, we are going to wrap it up, guys. Hopefully we will be back here next Friday, same Get Bit time, same Get Bit channel, to go over the news of the week. Because after this, we only have the Video Game Awards after New York Comic Con. So if news gets released, we will cover it. But outside of that, and VGA is coming up in December. And, of course, our reviews. Of course, Tafaro will probably be giving his review of Sonic Crossroads. I'll be giving my review of Silk Song and Ninja Gaiden 4. Joe will be giving his review of Digimon Storytime Stranger. All these will be available in shorts on our YouTube page. Be patient with us as we get that along. But, fellas, any last words we call tonight?
Get some rest. It is a tiresome world out there.
Ain't that the truth? Joe? If you say something, you're muted.
Yes.
Enough words been said, I guess. Anyway, thank you all guys for watching. I've been Spartan. He's been Joe. He's been Tafari. This has been the Give It Podcast, guys. Thank you all for joining us. Please take care of yourselves and each other, and I promise we'll get through this. Live long and prosper. We are out. Have a good weekend. Peace.